The 8 Biggest Mistakes Parents Make During Divorce and How to Avoid Them by my custody coach. It is important to do the right thing, but it's equally important to refrain from doing the wrong thing. If divorce and custody are uncharted territory for you, there may be a steep learning curve. As a 2-time veteran of this process, I want to share the lessons that cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal bills to learn, which should help you reduce your legal bills, improve your parenting skills, preserve your child's mental health, as well as help you retain your sanity. And you cannot put a price on that. In my time as a custody coach, I've encountered 8 common mistakes made by divorcing parents. I'll list them all and discuss the first 5 in detail. You can get the last 3 from my website or ask me and I will send you the entire article. The 8 biggest mistakes parents make during divorce. 1. Not acting in your child's best interest. 2. Allowing your emotions to get the best of you. 3. Running up legal fees. 4. Losing control of your finances and expenses. 5. Parental alienation or bad-mouthing the other parent. 6. Not making your child a priority. 7. Not spending your custodial time with your child. And 8. Violating the support order. Number 1. Not acting in your child's best interest. Best interest of the child is the standard courts use to determine who should care for a child. Each state has its own set of criteria that make up the overall best interest of the child standard. The courts look at multiple factors in making custody determinations that are in the best interest of the child. Children need both parents in their lives. Frequent and regular contact with parents keeps that bond strong. Don't make the mistake of thinking you are the only good parent. Your child will still benefit from time with both of you. So take a deep breath and try not to be critical of what happens when the child is in the other parent's household. Unless the other parent is endangering the health and welfare of your child in an obvious and verifiable manner, you need to accept that parenting style is different. At the end of the day, it's your job to raise a well-adjusted, self-actualized, independent adult. It takes a village to raise a child. If you try to do it alone, or without coordination with the other parent, you're most likely not acting in your child's best interest. Number 2, allowing your emotions to get the best of you. Oftentimes, a judge will form an opinion about a parent by their facial expressions and body language during proceedings. Anger and negativity can hurt your prospects for a favorable outcome. You need to be mindful of the tone of your voice, facial expressions, and body language. A good rule of thumb is always take the high road. Our children may remind us of the other parent, and sometimes even take their side. We need to be careful not to transfer the anger, resentment, and disappointment that we feel toward the other parent to the child. We must also control our emotions when around the other parent. An unfortunate tactic that some parents will use to gain advantage before custody is settled is known as the silver bullet, which is when one parent will accuse the other of domestic violence. Even if not true, this will put you at a disadvantage when custody is being determined. No matter how difficult it may be, you should be on your best behavior when interacting with the other parent. 3. Running up legal fees. Fighting over things that do not matter in the long run is a very common and costly mistake made by divorcing parents. I don't care how much it costs. I want them to suffer for what they did. Other than delight your attorney at the legal firm of this is yours and that is mine, about how much they're going to make from you, this statement demonstrates the wrong attitude and will get you in trouble as well as cost you in the end. Many fathers initiate extensive battles to be the primary custodial parent in an effort to reduce their support payments. Unfortunately, many mothers use increased support payments as their motivation for not agreeing to joint custody. Some states may make you responsible for paying the other parent's legal fees, not only based on your ability to pay, but also if they feel you're unnecessarily running up the cost of litigation. And this is true, even if you're only following the advice of your attorney. During my divorce, despite requests from my ex's attorney to pay 100% of her legal fees, I was only required to pay a fraction of them because I was reasonable and I controlled my own legal expenses, which were considerably less than hers. Be sensible, take the high road, and try to minimize your legal expenses. When it's all over, you'll be glad you did. 4. Losing control of your finances. It may end up costing twice as much for two parents living separately as it did when they were living together, especially once you start adding in a second furnished home, child support, alimony payments, and legal bills. You're going to have to objectively evaluate your finances and most likely have to change your lifestyle. If you don't adapt your budget and spending habits, you may not survive financially. The sad truth is many divorcing couples who refuse to compromise may end up filing for bankruptcy. The sooner you realize your financial reality has drastically changed and you need a new realistic budget, the better you'll be able to adapt and adjust to your new expense structure. You should ask yourself about every contested issue. Is it worth fighting over if I have to end up filing for bankruptcy? Number 5, parental alienation, or bad-mouthing the other parent. Sometimes little things can have significant and unintended consequences. A negative comment about the other parent can not only have negative impact on your child, but also damage or outright violate your custody agreement. In fact, most custody orders will explicitly prohibit making disparaging remarks about the other parent. Just remember, your child is half of both of you. When you make negative remarks about the other parent that your child can hear, it's equivocal to making those remarks about the child. This is one of the most damaging things you can do, as it can cause your child to feel depressed, responsible, or the need to side with or protect the other parent, or to act out at home or during exchanges or toward others. So in summary, you should attempt to approach your divorce and custody in a logical and objective and non-emotional manner. Well, of course it's emotional, but you have to understand it's the court's mandate to fairly terminate and divide up a legal partnership. The best offense is a good defense. And that begins by not making mistakes that are easily avoidable. Your judgment may be clouded by emotion, which is why it's helpful to have a custody coach or someone knowledgeable who's not an attorney to guide you through the process. A custody coach can save you money, improve your parenting skills, and help you keep your sanity. At the end of the day, it's in your child's best interest to spend time with both parents. So hopefully, this will help you avoid some of the common mistakes parents make during divorce. There is nothing more important than your child. God bless and good luck, my custody coach.